We're here with Norman Solomon, Point Reyes Station resident, former congressional candidate. You're here sort of leading, organizing Bernie delegates, a network of Bernie delegates. There's going to be a lot of activity going on this week. You guys are ticked off about the selection of Tim Kaine, and you're going to propose that a new vice presidential candidate. Tell us about that and some of the other things you're working on this week.
Well, progressive movements never sleep, and Bernie Sanders has always been very clear that genuine social change that's positive comes from the grassroots, from the bottom up, so to speak, rather than the top down. So we're carrying that forward, and the delegates here from all over the country, almost 1,900 of them, who were elected because of their support for Bernie Sanders, we're not going to quit. We're going to keep going. We understand Hillary Clinton's going to be the nominee, and we're very concerned, disappointed, angry, upset that Hillary Clinton, rather than send an olive branch in the direction of the Bernie Sanders constituency, has really moved in the opposite direction. She's chosen Tim Kaine, who is more corporate even than Hillary Clinton, voted for fast track of TPP, is against raising taxes on millionaires, supports coal-fired plants in his home state of Virginia, and on and on. So this is a great concern, and we just don't want to give any license, so to speak, to say the party should be run by corporations.
And what's the line between speaking up for your progressive values and screwing the ticket, the Democratic ticket, in November? I think
we're committed to civility and nonviolence. At the same time, we understand there's a long tradition of protest in this country that we want to be part of. What's screwing the ticket is who's been added to the ticket. I mean, the reality is that Hillary Clinton knew full well, and we issued a survey of delegates 10 days ago, that overwhelmingly were opposed to Tim Kaine being on the ticket, ranking him, 88% of us ranking him unacceptable, 3% saying acceptable. So if you want to unify the party, why do you reach in the opposite direction from the constituency that gave 45% of the primary votes to your main opponent?
And we might see that expressed through turning backs, walking out of the convention, total silence when Kaine speaks and when Clinton speaks this week.
Well, the Bernie Delegates Network, which is 2/3 of the 1,900 Bernie delegates, we're not directive, we're reflective. And I think we're reflecting right now the anger and disappointment that many Bernie delegates feel, especially because of the choice of Tim Kaine. So at this stage, it's really remaining to be seen whether there can be any amelioration on the platform floor from Hillary Clinton to have an open debate that she's tried to block about the TPP, about single-payer healthcare, Medicare for all, about the climate emergency that she seems rather blasé about.
All right. Norman, thanks so much. We'll see you all week.
Thank